Speak about it, but you don't know about that type of black. I'm black, 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 man, hands up. Yeah, you know what black, black, black.
What's up, y'all? So it is 3 in the evening, and I am making Rotel for my neighbors. Rotel dip. They are from, I forgot where they're from, but they have never had it. And for those of you who don't know, I, being from Arkansas, I grew up eating this at any type of celebration. It was like something, I guess, like a celebration meal, a party meal. You have it at all the weddings, baby showers, um, birthday parties, kickbacks, get-togethers, whatever you call them. Um, so yeah. Anyway, so I told them I would make them some. So I'm just getting the ingredients together to show you what is all going to go into it. Yes, and Rotel dip, we're not going to use this. Rotel dip which is what we call it. Some people just call it cheese dip. Some people, I don't know, call it queso, you know. But it was actually originated in Arkansas. Like, it was made in Arkansas. We have a festival for it every year. So, all right, let me get this. Let's get this show on the road. So yesterday I told you about the whole ground beef and sausage mixture, and how that mixture is so good for whatever you're making that requires ground beef. I mean, anything from spaghetti to this dip to tacos, you know, anything. Um, I'm not going to actually make that today. I'm not going to make that mixture, but I did just want to bring it up so that if that's something you want to try to do, you know what I'm saying, you can go ahead and get it done. It's not going to hurt it at all. It's only going to make it better. So here are the ingredients. Okay, so before I show you the ingredients, I do want to say the reason that I kind of call this ghetto gourmet is because it is me actually cooking to cook and feed my family, and using what I have left over to make a meal, like the everyday average mom, you know, and just making, I guess, the meals, taking them up a notch so that they aren't just something we eat to survive, but they actually taste good. And a lot of the meals I'm going to make are going to be meals that I grew up eating, that you know, a lot of people, you know, did grow up eating. But so yeah, I do want to go ahead and let you know, like, you're gonna always see me using stuff I already had in the refrigerator and trying to use the rest of something I didn't use, or trying to use something before it goes bad. Like, that's the whole concept of this. So I'm gonna show you my ingredients. Oh, I put my earring out. Today's featured leftovers. Yesterday, my friend came and actually ate burgers with us and brought an extra pack of ground beef to be very considerate, because I am a single mother, and if you're gonna come eat over here, you should contribute. But I ended up only using one pack mixed with the sausage, you know, and you guys saw that. But I have a pack of ground beef left, and this was something I thought that I could, you know, go ahead and make easily, because I already had the Rotel here and some chips here. I had the Doritos here. So all I had to go and buy was the queso and those tortilla chips. Everything else I had here, except for the queso and the yellow bag of tortillas. So, all right. So this is leftover from the burgers yesterday. I kind of sliced it up to put it to the side to have for those burgers. And I'm going to cut these vegetables up and put it in there with the meat and let it cook. I know that's odd. It's not necessarily a part of the recipe, but it's not going to hurt it at all. Now, I'm not going to lie. Adding a little onion and bell pepper to the ground beef, if you dice it up fine. You can even add garlic. If you really want to go for it, and I think I have a clove of garlic I might add to it. The more flavorful you get that meat, the better it's going to taste. Period, point blank. So, you know what I'm saying? Follow your intuition if you know anything about cooking. So anyways, we have this ground beef. This is a pound. And some raw onion and tomato. And we have a block of queso. And we have Doritos and some tortilla chips. We have A1 sauce, taco seasoning, some light salt, and we have some milk. We don't actually drink dairy milk. We actually don't eat dairy here, but again, this is for my neighbor. And yeah, so that's what it is. Now, just to, I guess, say it one more time because I know I've been rambling. The basic recipe to follow for Rotel dip is everything here and your choice of milk. Okay? Okay, everything here and your choice of milk. This is the basic recipe. Okay? Now, taco seasoning your meat with taco seasoning is just going to give it a more, I guess, maybe Mexican taco night feel. You know, some people just use salt and pepper, but I never make it without my taco seasoning. Now, I do add some A1 sauce to my meat because I like it to taste really good. I like the taste of the meat to stand out. And I don't add any more seasoning or flavor to the Rotel dip, however. All right, so let's get this show on the road. Okay, so we have this pot, and it is on medium-high heat. And I'm just going to put a little oil in there just to make it easier to cook without it sticking. And I'm going to go ahead and put in this. Oh, that oil's smoking. Let me turn it down. Let's put it on about 5 on medium heat. Okay, and I'm going to kind of just take this ground beef, put it in there, okay? And, of course, you're going to break it up. Sorry, I got candles on the back. I told y'all about that. Okay, so while that is browning, we're going to go ahead and cut up our onion real quick. It's already sliced, and we're going to cut it to put it in here. This is everything that I had on the plate cut up, and I'm going to go ahead and toss it in with the meat. Okay, so I did do a phone call, but I had to take that. But, okay, so we've just mixed everything together, and we are browning the meat. And I have not added any seasoning yet, but I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay. Here is 1 tablespoon of the taco seasoning. Let me just get this away. And 2 tablespoons of the taco seasoning. And 3 tablespoons of the taco seasoning. Now, after all of that, I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of A1 sauce. 1, 2. Alright, now that's some good stuff right there, honey. Okay. I'm just going to get that mixed well, and then I'm going to cover it and let it finish cooking. While that's cooking, I'm going to cut up the Velveeta. Just so you know, you're going to mix and you're going to break it up until it looks like this. You want every piece of meat covered with seasoning and sauce, And you also want to make sure that it's broken up to where you can get a nice amount of meat on your chip. You know, instead of like big old meatballs. I mean, honestly, these would be some good meatballs because there's so much flavor, but that's not what we're going for with queso dip, rotel dip, cheese dip, whatever you call it. So we're gonna go ahead and open up this queso, and I'm basically just gonna cut this into cubes. How good this meat is. You can literally just, if you can smell it, oh my god. You can scoop this up with a chip like this. I mean, it's so good. But we're not done here. This queso cheese, and we're gonna dump all of that Velveeta in there, okay? Go ahead and mash it in. Let that heat penetrate. And be stirred. We're just gonna let that sit there, the cheese will melt down a little bit, and we're gonna go back over here to the other ingredients. Okay, now that can't sit too long. I mean, the cheese will burn. It needs some liquid in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this vinegar and I'm gonna put it on this napkin. Even though it's balled up, it's not been used. I just kind of did that when I pulled it out. And we're just gonna wipe the tops of our cans real quick. You can do it with soap and water. There's no reason specific for me to use vinegar other than the fact that I don't feel like using soap and water. So get that cleaned off. You can kind of see the dirt and the vinegar. And I'm going to open these two cans. Okay, so you see a little bit of fat and stuff. Now, if you wanted to, you could have drained the meat, but as you can see, there was really no fat in there to even drain. Like, that just would have been a waste of time. So we're going to go ahead and add our liquid from the tomatoes and from the rotel, and of course the actual tomatoes and chilies. Okay, now here's the thing. Typically you add 1 can of rotel for such a small package like that. Me, I like to either add 2 cans of rotel, or I like to make mine with 1 can and then I will add some salsa on top. I really like the taste of like pickled tomatoes, you know, and I say pickled, but you know, just tangy tomatoes. I really love that taste. So salsa, rotel, I mean, I can find a lot of different ways to work those into recipes. But you see, as I mix it up, it's looking pretty good, right? So here we are. Now, one thing I did not do is add the salt, and I decided to taste it first and then see if it needs salt, because I'm using the spicy rotel and it might have a little extra seasoning and salt in there, and I didn't drain the juice off of it. So like all good recipes or all good cooks, you're gonna taste it before you go adding more seasoning, especially when you're trying something new and unfamiliar. Okay. Now that's looking bomb. Bomb as. Now let's add that milk. How much milk do I add, you ask? Let's start with like 1/4 of a cup. Oops. Okay. Let's start there. Sorry about that focus. Now that cheese is just melting down very quickly. I mean, the dish is done once you get it to the consistency you want and you make sure it's seasoned good enough. I mean, that's that. And here's the trick though. Think about the chips you're gonna eat. Don't try it with a spoon. try it on a chip. The Doritos are going to be salty already, and you probably won't need anything else. A tortilla chip is already salted. You know, you might not need anything else, but try it on a chip. Okay, now this is a pretty good consistency. I like mine just a little bit more watery. But before I do that, can we just say shout out to all these different colors and stuff? I mean, this is looking really good right here. Get out of that. Okay, and a little bit more dairy. So maybe we are adding half a cup here. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good right there. Okay, so my phone died, and anyways, yeah, so we added about half a cup of milk, and this is the consistency we have in the texture of which I like it, and I tasted it, and it's bomb as heck. So let me show you how to plate it. So I got these trays for like $1. Again, I don't like dishes, and unless it's a glass. I love to drink out of a glass, but anyways, you're gonna put some chips down. I go with tortilla chips first, and then Doritos. I like a mixture. A lot of people just like Doritos. You can use whatever Dorito you want. And I'm not going to do any lettuce or any vegetables, nothing, just the dip. Okay, and we're just going to add the dip right on top. That's that. Now, if you had some cilantro or something you wanted to throw on top, go ahead, do your thing. But this is it. That's it right there. That's it. Okay, let me spread it out a little bit. That's it right there. That's it. Some of those chips are going to get soggy. You use some of those hard chips from underneath and balance it out, girl. Hold up. So I went in with the chip from the bottom. Look at that. You see what I'm saying right there? Just going to scoop some of that up. Girl, put it on to make them want to marry me. Now I'm gonna turn off the camera so I can eat like I want to and watch some green leaf. Ooh.
Speak about it, but you don't know about that type of black. I'm black, 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 hands up. You know what black, black, black.